Hi, Juan Hernandez once again here from Wadi's Ideas and Dominican Republic. A friend of mine got this in the mail. I told him to buy it because the other day I was looking at some kids flying drones, and there was a kid friend of mine next to me, and he asked me, I want one of those things. That was about 15 days ago. And he asked me to help him since I'm one of the persons responsible here in Dominican Republic, that have made people fly drones and get into the hobby. So I'm looking and I got surprised. I saw this. I didn't think they made little drones that fly so good. So I looked and I looked. There was about 6 kids flying drones out there in the park, little mini drones. And I saw this. Oh God, these people really know how to pack it. I saw the Syma pocket drone X20 and I was surprised because this thing flies like a lot of things don't surprise me, but this surprised me. This holds its altitude really good. This flies really good. So I'm gonna do a little unboxing and a little flying so you guys can see it. And I'm not making any money off this. I'm just doing this for the channel, and so people buy something that's worth their while. Most people go out there and buy, and when they get what they buy, it's not good because they didn't ask for an opinion. But this kid asked me for my opinion, and I gave it to him. I told him, if you're gonna get into the drone hobby, you should try the Syma X20 pocket drone. So this is the little unboxing I'm doing. Oh, got it backwards. Got a nice little neat box. It says age 8 and up. So it's that means it's harmless. It's very difficult to harm somebody with something that has an age of 8 and plus, because it doesn't have brushless motors. It doesn't have the big blades. So it's very hard. They got, and also has the prop guards, so you can fly. It's an indoor flyer. You probably won't. You break something if it's made out of glass and you hit it hard, but it's very difficult. So here what we have is the instruction manual. For beginners, I advise you to read it because there's a lot of important stuff here in safety. And then we have this nice little control, which surprised me because I didn't think this was this comfortable. The kid that was flying it actually let me fly it, and I was surprised how this little control works because it doesn't have the joysticks like the other ones. Wow, they really packed this thing. It doesn't have the joystick like the other ones. I got to take this out, but I'm gonna put the batteries in, because it doesn't have like joystick buttons. It has little up and down and sideways buttons. See? Up and down. So this is the remote control. And here we have the quadcopter. I think you have to take these little tie rods out. Don't know how I'm going to do it. Wow, they really packed this thing. It has 4 extra blades and the charger. Oh, this is going to be uncomfortable to take out. But I'm going to take this out. I'm going to charge it, and I'm going to fly it. So guys, I'll be back in a few minutes. Let me take these little tie rods out, because it has 2 little tie rods that are going to be really uncomfortable to take out. But you can see the size. You see it. It's very little. So give me a few minutes. I'll be back. And we're going to do a little indoor test. Okay? Hi, I'm back. The batteries are charged. But before we take off, I want you guys to know how this control works and what the buttons do. Here on the left hand side, we have the headless mode button. If you hold it down for 2 seconds, you go into headless mode. Headless mode means that if you take off going that way forward, that's going to be the direction of the quad no matter what you do. So I don't use headless mode, but you guys could try this. Very good for beginners. And it's also the rate button. If you click on it, it will beep. It will beep once. Keep clicking on it. It'll click 2 times. It has 2 speed. One works like at a 40 to 60%. The other one gives you the motor speed to 100%. So you get better yaws and better, it works much better. To take off, you hit both these buttons and it takes off. To land it, you do the same thing. Also, this button is the flip button. If you hold this button down and you go up, it'll beep and do a front flip. If you hold the button down, go down, and you hit the down button, it'll do a backwards flip. And same thing if you go sideways, you hold this one down, hit it here, let it go, it'll do a side flip and so on. So these are the takeoff and also kills the engine landing button and headless mod on the left and rate. If you lift up your drone and you see that it moves a little bit to the side, you have to trim it. To trim it, you use the left hand bottom button and you keep it pressed, and if you go right and it's going this way, then it would trim itself the other way. If you go left, if you keep the button, it's because it's going that way, because it's going right. So actually what you do is you bring it until you have it at the center. But now if it's going back, if it's not doing this anymore and it's going backwards, so you keep the trim button on and you hit it down and you trim it forward until you have it steady. And that's the trim, how you trim your drone while you have it in the air. Now to kill the engines, you go down and in. And also to start, you can do it that way, down and in. And that's the control. Then the center, we have the on and off button. You click it on. After you click it on, then you turn your drone on, you press it for 2 seconds, and you sit here, click these two, the drone is going to fly. If it's trimmed, usually you don't need to trim it, but if you do, you trim it a little bit. And it's got an altitude hold, so it'll stay at a certain altitude, so it's going to be really easy to fly because you don't have to use the throttle button. You can use this button and go sideways, frontwards, backwards, and just, play with it. You're really going to enjoy it. So now let's take it for flight and see what it does. Okay. So here we are. I'm going to use the little box as a landing pad. The little quadcopter is charged. Turn it on. 1 second. Turns on. You got blinking lights. And then turn on the remote control. And up, down, and it's bind. So let's do this. And there you go. Oh wow, this is a good flyer. There you go. Look at this thing hover. Let's try out the flips. Nice. That was the front flip. Back flip. There you go. Beautiful little flyer. And it needs a little trimming. I haven't even trimmed it. There you go. There you go. Let's check out the yacht. Nice little yacht. So actually you see this thing really flies nice. It's a nice little indoor flyer. You can get your practice. And if you intend in the future to get a bigger quadcopter, this will help you with the directions. That's the good stuff about it. That's what's good about it. You get to use the directions, learn how to use the directions on the quadcopter. Actually using a small flying a small quadcopter and flying a big one, it's the same idea basically, you know? So this will actually help you when you get a bigger quadcopter. You learn how to control the back and the forward movement after you have it facing you or facing forward. And that's you get about 5-minute flights off of this thing, you know. Very cool little flyer. Really nice. It's hard to crash because of the prop guards. I haven't trimmed it. Imagine that if I trim it, it probably even work better. And it hovers really good. Let's do a little trim and see what happens. There you go. You see that? Incredible. I hope you guys like this little flying in the unboxing and the little review, because this is actually a pretty nice little bird to give somebody for a gift, you know. And getting into the drone hobby is something nice. It actually keeps you out of trouble. It's better than go hanging out with some guys that might, you know, induce your kids to something bad. When they're flying a drone in the backyard, you actually know where they are, so it's better for you. You know, teach them. It's a good sport. It's a nice sport. I'm actually a drone fanatic. I love flying drones. Love flying drones. So guys, this is the review and the unboxing of the Syma X20. Like I said before, I'm not making any money off of this. I have no sponsor, but it's a nice little flying thing. Bird. I like it. Let's see the yacht. Look at that. Oh, nice. Nice. I think it's pretty cool. I hope you guys enjoy looking at this little bird flying, because this is inside a small room. You can imagine you having it outside. It holds the wind pretty good. It does. Oh. Let's check out the landing, see how it lands. Actually, you hit the 2 buttons here and it lands. Let's see. There you go. You see? Pretty cool. Pretty nice. And let's try the auto takeoff. It's supposed to be both buttons in and the auto start, and then you can just throttle it up and there you go. So everything works on this. Let's see how the battery sits. Let's do a little flip. Oh, looks like the battery's a little bit. There you go. Backwards flip. It's blinking the batteries. Guys, I don't know if you guys enjoyed it, but I really had fun flying this little thing. Let's fly to the stops. Right now I'm reading 4.5 minutes. There you go. That's all you get. That's all you get. So, Syma X20 pocket drone. Wow, good little flying machine. Thank you guys. Have a wonderful day. Bless you all. Don't forget to subscribe and give me a thumbs up, okay?